Hey guys, here's that practice problems I was asking you to do. Okay? So, like I said in class, go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems out on your own. Then hit play and see if we got the same answer. So, go ahead and hit pause, copy the problems, and give them a shot. Alright, now we're back. So, first thing I would do is distribute. And while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and start my steps again and reasons. Okay? If you didn't do the reasons, then I go ahead and pause the video again and try them out. Okay? Let's try to double dip with these problems. So, 1 is the starting equation, so we're just going to say given. 2, well, I'm already started, double rainbow, distributive property. And again, I'm going to shorthand for the sake of all the problems I'm going to do tonight. So, 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 3 is 12. Bring down the plus 8. 3x minus 10. Next step is to combine like terms. So CLT, combine like terms. It's going to be this 12 and this 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. Plus 20, 3x minus 10. Next step is to move all the x's to one side. So I am going to subtract. So my fourth step is going to be subtract. Again, shorthanding so it fits. I'll do this in red. So minus 3x, minus 3x. And we get 1x on this side, plus 20, 3x minus 10. Wait, what the heck am I doing? Let's cancel. I should have drew a red line through that. What was I thinking? Swoosh. Alright. That's the fourth step. Let me see if I can't squeeze the fifth one in here. That's right, we're going to subtract 20. So fifth step, again, subtract, prop. I was going to do that in red so we can color code things. Subtract. Okay. Draw the lines. Those cancel. So my fifth line, I know it's so hard to tell. I didn't leave myself enough room. It's going to be x. Those canceled. Less than equal to negative 10 minus 20 is a negative 30. So I'll just put a little box around that. There we go. And that's it. We didn't need to flip the inequality because we didn't have to divide by anything or multiply by anything. So this job is done. We'll move on to the next one. I'll change the color to green this time. So 1, again, is going to be given. Okay. The x's are on one side, so I'm just going to subtract 5 from both sides. Again, I'll do that in red so we can tell the difference. So my next step was subtraction. Okay. So those cancel. Bring down your leftovers. Negative 2x greater than. That's going to be 10. That's right. Our next step is going to be divide by negative 2 because we don't need it. So 3, that third step was to divide. So negative 2's cancel. X. Now look, we divided by negative 2. That means this sign needs to flip. So 10 divided by negative 2 is a negative 5. And this problem's all done. Okay? Alright, moving on. Again, go ahead and pause the video and try this one out. Okay, now we're back. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the problem. make it a little bigger in case you're watching this on your cell phone. But again, this will be given to, well, we need to get rid of the 7. And trust me, I know I'm going out of order when I say this, but getting rid of the denominators is the best thing to do. Okay? In order to do that, you need to multiply what's in the denominator to both sides. That's a 7. We're multiplying everything by 7. Okay? So, that step, since we're multiplying, I'm just going to go ahead and put prop. Okay? Everything's being multiplied. In fact, the fact that I said everything's being multiplied, well, technically, am I not kind of doing the distributive property for this? Okay, so I'll understand both reasons here if you want to put distributive property, because everything is being multiplied by 7. Anyway, 7s will cancel. Bring down your leftovers. 5 times 7 is 35. And check, the fact that I multiplied, do I need to flip my sign? 7 is positive, so the answer would be no. Okay, moving on. The x's are already on the one side, so we're just going to add the 4. Since it's being subtracted, we're going to add 4. Those cancel, so let me get my next line ready. The third line, again, would be the adding prop. And those cancel, so negative 3x greater than 39. Good. The next step, since these are being multiplied, would be to divide them. Okay, negative 3 is going to cancel. So my fourth line will be x. The fact that I divided by negative means the sign needs to flip. So 39 divided by negative 3 will be negative 13. And again, that step was division property. Put a little box around it. Sign it with my signature smiley face. Tongue stick. Okay, you know what? That's just. Ugh. Let's just move on. Again, pause the video. Try it out on your own. Okay, we're back. So again, just to give me some space, I'm going to rewrite the problem. And that's given, always given. You need to move the variables to one side, like my rule of thumb tells us to do. I would move this 2x. You don't have to, but I would. So we're going to add 2x to both sides. Those cancel. So our next line is going to be 5 plus 2 is 7x plus 4 greater than or equal to 11. Those cancel, so we're not even going to add the 0 there. And this was from addition. Prop. Quality. Alright. These variables are on the one side. Let's undo the adding. So we're going to subtract 4 from both. Whoopsie daisy. Subtract 4 from both sides. Those cancel, so our third line is going to be 7x. Those canceled, greater than or equal to 11 minus 4 is 7. So subtraction, prop, quality. Alright, and again, typically 90% of the time you're going to be dividing for your last step. Typically. Not all the time, but typically. So divide by 7 because we don't want it next to that x. So 3, whoop, these things cancel. And we're not on the third, we're on the fourth. There we go. So x, it's a positive 7, so we do not flip that. Leave it the same. 7 divided by 7 is 1. And there's our final answer. And again, our last step is division. Alright, let's check the time. I don't want to make this too long. Let's try to squeeze in 2 more problems, okay? Let's find some good ones to work on. Alright, I'm I'm going to pick these two hard ones real quick because they have these fractions in them. So why don't we do number 3? And I'm going to pick one that has multiple distributive property, like number 6. And then those will be our last two. So number 3. Again, I'm going to rewrite it in this empty space. So 2c plus 5 greater than or equal to 14 plus 7 over 3c. And again, that's given. Okay, and again, if you want to do 4, you can do it on your own, but I'm going to work on number 3. So, like I said, I don't want to deal with denominators. Let's take care of it. In order to take care of the denominator, we need to multiply everything by 3. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little 3 up here, a little 3 on this 5, a little 3 on this 14, and a 3 over here on this fraction. Okay, those 3's remind me I'm multiplying everything by 3. So, whoopsie daisy, wrong color. There we go. So, again, I'll argue that we're doing the distributive property, being that everything's being multiplied by 3. So, 2 times 3 is 6c, plus 5 times 3 is 15, greater than or equal to. The fact that I'm not multiplying by a negative, we don't need to flip our sign. 14 times 3 is, oh, I guess I need to pull up my calculator for that one. Don't really know that off the top of my head. Oh, 42, so be it. 42 plus, now this is the best part. This denominator is going to cancel because there's 3 up here. So our leftover is going to be 7. So 7c. Okay? And again, rule of thumb, I would move the smaller c since we've got to move our variables to one side. So minus 6c. And since I'm, whoopsie daisy, since I'm subtracting, that'll be our next reason. So 3, those cancel, so we just have the 15 greater than or equal to 42, plus 7 minus 6 is 1c. You don't need the 1 there, but I'll put it there for us anyway. And again, subtract, prop, equal out. So, now that we have the variables on one side, let's move our numbers. So minus 42, minus 42. Those cancel. Our next line is going to be 4. So 15 minus 42. Too late for me to do math. I'll just use my calculator. And we get negative 27. Negative 27 greater than equal to. I'm going to go ahead and drop the 1 off. So and just put C. That means we're done because C is all by itself. And don't forget our last reason, which happens to be simply subtraction. So C, this is that 10% of the time that division wasn't our last step. So be wary about that. Alright. Now, let's see. Do I want to do 6? 7 looks... 6 is about the same. So we'll do 6 and we'll call it a night. So pause the video. Try 6 out. I know it looks really hard, but you can do it. Alright, I'm back. So, just like you guys, I'm copying the problem. Make sure you copy the problem right. I've seen a lot of students, their first mistake was just copying the problem. That's a positive 3. X minus 6. And again, the reason is because it's given. So, number 2, that second line is going to be from distributing. I'm going to distribute everywhere. So, 2 dis prop. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Less than equal to 2 plus 3 times x is 3x. That's a plus sign. And 3 times negative 6 is a negative 18. Next step would be to combine like terms. There's none over there, so 3 CLT, not BLT. 2 minus 18, so we're getting out of debt because we're adding $2 more. So negative 16. So I'm going to bring down the 3x and put a negative 16. And bring down the 2x minus 8. Again, move your letters to one side. Move the smaller one, so minus 2x. Those cancel. Bring down your leftovers. So negative 8 less than 3 minus 2 is just 1x minus 16. Oh, forgot to put the reason. We subtracted, so 4 is going to be sub. Alright. X's are on one side. Let's move the 16. It's being subtracted, so we need to add a 16 to both sides. Those would cancel. Trying to draw my next line here. So negative 8, 16. That's doubled, so I should have a positive 8 less than equal to. I'm going to drop the 1 off because we're at our answer. I didn't multiply, divide, so yep. Should be it. 5. We just added, so add prop. There we go. Let's see, what's our time looking like? Alright, I think that's enough time. So, y'all have a good weekend. If you want, you can try some of these out and I can check them for you. But I think we've done enough damage today. Oh, and here are the answers in case you pause the video while I was flying through them to check your work. Okay? Alright. Oh, notice. Wait a minute. Did I get that wrong? C less than negative 27. Did we do 3? Oh, yeah. I just wrote it backwards. Pay attention. Remember what I said? C is less than negative 27? C is still less than, well, because it's pointing to the C. Do y'all see that? It's negative 27, but see how it's pointing to the C? Let's go back and check the answer. Okay, see? It's pointing to the C. So I got the right answer. So when you're working these out, if yours is, symmetric to what the answer is, just make sure it's pointing the right direction. Like, if the alligator is eating the X or not. Okay? But I got mine right. Now that I'm thinking about it, let's make sure I got 6 right. Alligator is eating the X. Yep, see? Alligator eating the X, so I got that right. So anyway, if you want to try 5 out, you can. If you want to try 4 out, again, just pause the video and then go back and check the answer. Here's 7 and 8. Again, pause the video. If you want to try them out. Again, 9 and 10 if you want to try them out. And here's all your answers. Alright, so y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. Ignore all that.